Red Bull Racing's Pierre Gasly had a weekend to forget in Azerbaijan, with the Frenchman retiring with a driveshaft issue after a pit lane start. The 23-year-old was forced to start from the Baku pit lane after he missed the FIA's instruction to go to the weighbridge at the end of Friday's practice 2. But was then excluded from qualifying after a fuel flow infringement, after he exceeded the 100 kilograms per hour limit during Q1, in which he set the fastest time. Honda made a change to his power unit to ensure no further infringement. Pierre's time in Q1 would have put him 6th on the grid, said team boss Christian Horner. Formula 2 driver Mick Schumacher showed he's on the road to the main game after Sunday's sprint race, in which he rose from 19th on the grid to a series best 5th place. The German made the most of a chaotic safety car-affected race, making his last pass on teammate Sean Gelael into turn 1 on the final lap. Schumacher now sits 9th in the standings on 14 points, but needs 6th for a 2020 F1 Super license. The 20-year-old, though, is instead focused on becoming a complete driver.
My goal for this year is, I think, even more so this year, to learn as much as possible. Gather all those informations around me and use those informations for my good.
Two-time F1 world champion Fernando Alonso's run to the 103rd Indy 500 hit a speed bump last week, with the Spaniard's all-important seat time cut to just 29 laps, following a rain-affected test at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Alonso also had an electrical issue with his number 66 McLaren Dallara Chevrolet, which forced him to miss 45 minutes of the rookie test session before bad weather intervened, preventing the Spaniard from making an assessment of the car.
Unfortunately, the weather was not stable enough to follow the times that we had in terms of practice, and at the end it was not enough laps probably, and not enough time on the car to get a proper feeling, but it's I guess the same for everyone.
The former F1 driver must complete another 10 laps above the 215 miles per hour average to complete his IndyCar refresher course, which he will do on the opening day of Indy 500 practice on May 14. Excitement continues to build in Hanoi, with the inaugural Vietnam Grand Prix scheduled for April 2020. And with less than a year to go until lights out, a virtual onboard lap has been supplied by circuit architects Tilke & Co. The lap highlighting its high-speed nature and opening arena complex. Before 2 parallel straights connected by another arena. The track then sweeps right before a hairpin takes the drivers into a challenging section that passes the National Stadium. With turns 12 to 22 inspired by F1 classic tracks Monaco, Suzuka, and Malaysia. It's been just 5 months since F1's latest race was announced, signaling the sport's shift towards growth in Asia.
Hanoi will be a wonderful addition to our 21 race schedule that we have in place this year and next year. We've made it a goal and a priority for us to try and host Formula One races in what we believe are the most exciting and dynamic cities and countries around the world.
F1's dreams of a Miami Grand Prix have taken yet another hit, with plans for the original circuit layout allegedly dropped in favor of a permanent track alongside the Miami Dolphins Stadium. The track's layout had already been modified for a reduced impact, the original including a loop around American Airlines Arena, home of NBA team Miami Heat. The latest included a section along Bayfront Park, before heading onto the high-speed Port Boulevard section with a new arena at the end of it, before heading back towards the pits. But the new suggested location is 40 minutes drive north of Bayfront Park, in the 250 acres around Hard Rock Stadium, home of Miami's NFL squad. It's not yet known whether F1 is open to the idea, with destination races the goal, and other cities like Las Vegas now better fitting the bill. Thanks for watching. To stay up to speed on all things Formula One, make sure you hit the subscribe button.